Welcome, Virgo. I'm Karma. This is Karma on Deck. Let's do your Virgo reading for the week of March 13th through the 19th. So welcome, Virgo. There's been, I started the reading with you guys and I was still on a phone call and I guess it picked up some of that. So I rebooted it. So thank you for your patience. Mercury is not done with us. Just a little reminder on the way out. Bitch, Mercury likes to play. I'm glad that one was rough. Hi, Melissa. What's going on? Did you catch that last little bit on my other vibe? I started it and was still talking to a client. Picked up the recording. So, hi. How are you, Virgo? Hang in there. It's going to be good. I promise. Let's take a look and see what's going on for you this week. I am going to come on live right after this and do a Q&A if you are down to hang out with me. Here we go, Virgo. Let's take a look and see what games we got going on for you. First thing that we have here is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is you having suspicion. So you're feeling a little bit like you don't trust anybody right now. Death card is showing up for a lot of different readings right now. I had one person yesterday where the Death card was showing up in every single spread that I pulled for her. And I'm wondering if this isn't an astrological aspect showing itself in our energy. Let's look something up really quick. So this is not a Virgo. This is a Scorpio energy. Interesting. Okay. So I'm sitting here looking at this reading for you and I have the Death card. I have the Nine of Coins, which is decision making, contracts, the Chariot. You're very much playing with, you got a lot of major cards. Let me just finish this out because depending on how they show up, what plays for you. A move in the Chariot tells me there might be a move for you. I'm also seeing the Eight of Coins. Whatever is going to be happening this upcoming week, you might be doing some extra labor, having some physical activities. The Three of Wands right here. If I got to have the hiccups when I go live, Jesus Christ. So you have the Three of Wands. So that's feeling a little bit of pressure. This might even be an individual like giving you some criticism, making you feel as if you're on the hot seat. You are definitely isolated right now. You have the Hermit card. The Hermit card is perfect for this period that some of us are going through with the coronavirus. We definitely have some isolation going on with a lot of people, but Virgo, you're feeling as if you're isolated. So maybe you're making some decisions without input from other people and feeling as if you're isolated. And this is an excellent card because what's true about the Hermit is it's often an indicator that it's time for you to take your own counsel, that you have enough education, knowledge, learning, experience, wisdom, etc., that gives you the type of skill set and tools to maintain the course that you're on and make a good decision. So sometimes the Hermit is a good recommendation for you to just keep shit close to the chest and do what's necessary for you without having to announce to anyone, without getting input, feedback, or mastermind or discuss it with anybody. You do have the King of Wands, so whatever choices you're going to be making this week, you're going to be coming out the winner. However, you do have some inner conflict. You have the Lover's card, and the Lover's card is always about duality. Sometimes the Lover's card is about making a decision. It's choosing between the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It's also about, you know, that internal power struggle we sometimes have with the things we should do, the things we want to do versus the things we have to do. You have the Star card. So Virgo's definitely paying attention to how things are in alignment spiritually as well as physically. My only concern is indecision. Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Two of Swords is six of one, half dozen of the other, feeling like you have to balance every decision and not knowing whether the outcome is going to be worth the risk. And sometimes it's not even about a choice. You want to do this or you want to do that or leave things the way they are. And I'm going to say it like I always do. The Two of Swords, there's danger in sitting in that space for too long because then we get accustomed to mediocrity. I'm always about making a choice, making a change, shifting our energy because movement perpetuates movement. One gear in a machine causes the rest to spin too. So if you want to see changes in your life, like the Death card is telling us that you have coming, you got to make a shift. But when you sit here with the Two of Swords, that's definitely feeling stuck. That's definitely feeling as if if you're going to injure yourself if you make a choice going one way or the other. The Two of Wands here, I think the isolation is definitely pretty good for you because the Two of Wands means you've probably been listening to other people's bullshit for too long. That might be that you've been getting advice from one side or another, going back and forth and feeling as if, nobody really knows what's going on. Nobody really wants to listen long enough to have enough input anyway. So maybe that's why you have the Hermit card, where it's like so many people have information and ideas and input, that the Two of Wands is that like devil on one shoulder, angel on the other, and you're not sure which one to play with. But if you notice the duality for Virgo, I had this coffee in my hand for a reason, because I need it and I like it. It's my kick-ass coffee. You have the Lovers card, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So, and then you've got the Eight of Coins right here. Sorry, Nine of Coins. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So remember, don't stay in stuck energy. You might have a move. I don't know if it's travel for you. I know a lot of us have travel restrictions. However, Two of Wands, Seven of Coins, and then the Chariot card, you're having a very difficult time trying to decide if it's a good time for this move and whatnot. I do see you looking at your money a little bit, Virgo, trying to decide whether you're going to be working enough to accommodate some of the bills that you have. So I'm seeing Virgos looking at their money right now. Yeah. Empress card indicates protection. So if you're feeling very protective of yourself and your family, it's not a bad place to be. Nothing's looking entirely too chaotic, but you are in a little bit of an emotional spin right now. Let's pull some cards from my Mystic Dreamer. Take a look and see what Virgo has going on for your Virgo moon reading. And I don't know if I'm going to move. I missed a couple days. I wanted to stay off social media because I had a migraine, and every time I was speaking, words were coming out odd, awkward, and weird. So I just kind of gave it a break. I might want to catch up a little bit, but I'm probably going to come back on and do a live. Virgo, first card that comes up for you right here is 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So you're looking for a little fun and celebration and reaching out to your relationships for that. 5 of Cups is saying that you don't like how things are and you really want things to go back the way they used to be. The congruent card that you have here for you is the Lovers card. Within your relationships, be cautious of feeling as if, this is my cheating card now, if you were doing a one-on-one with me and this card came up, it would indicate that someone is cheating on you or cheating with you, or you're doing the cheating. That's my cheating card. And then the 7 of Wands is defensive behavior. So what I'm going to say to you is this: don't cut any corners. Use integrity with how you're dealing with things. This might even indicate that there are people around you that you don't feel is giving their full fair share or their weight. This might just be others are being the takers and you're feeling cheated, you're feeling neglected, and you might have a little bit of resentment because you have the 7 of Wands here. And if you notice here, the 4 of Cups is like, you have both the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. One, you can't enjoy what's in front of you because you want things to go back the way they were. There is this entire feeling of, I just, Pandora, I want to put everything back. I don't want all this drama. I don't want all these problems. And I do feel that Virgo's got this issue with this upcoming week. You might find yourself having some restless sleep, and you might have this issue of feeling as if you want to speak your piece to just about everybody. You've got the Queen of Swords. I call it my bitch card. Another one of my psychic friends always called it a woman that knows her own mind. Yeah, a woman that's a bitch knows her own mind, and she ain't afraid of spitting on it and telling people, spitting that game and being like, hey, this is the way it is, whether I hurt feelings or not. And we all know when we play that card, there are some times in life, well, that's the only thing some people will listen to. And we know that we have to pull our sword and stand behind it and just be like, look, this is how it's going to be. But that's the Queen of Swords. So you might find yourself in that place where you're going to have to say what you got to say. And there's no shame in that. Especially if it's overdue. I mean, that's just the way it is. Sometimes if we come from a place of love and it hurts feelings, then it is what it is. But I'm also seeing, again, you have the Star card. So Virgo, this was I think it was in the Leo reading, with the Star card being in play, it has to do with alignment. You're like, okay, so it's good as long as everything that I'm doing is lining up spiritually, I'm okay with that. You also have the Lovers card. Remember, Lovers is all about duality and decision making. I do feel as if there's this shining middle point that you're trying to head for, that sweet spot, right? However, you're going to find a hard time having that balance with being a little defensive and feeling bitchy. It's okay. Just make sure you're not vicious with it. I also see 6 of Cups, which is you protecting family. And I'm seeing Virgo being incredibly stubborn this week. Don't come off as a know-it-all. If someone asks for your advice, fine. But I do know that Virgo is definitely looking for a good time this week. You definitely want to relax. You definitely want to party or play this weekend because we have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. 10 of Cups, Be aware though that the Ten of Cups, and sometimes I call that my bullshit card, Queen of Swords bitch card, Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups bullshit card. But when I say it, what I mean by that is don't pretend like everything's perfect when it's not. Because I think right now there's a lot of reasons that people do that. One of which is I don't want anybody in my business, so I'm fine, thank you. Have a nice day. Another time is where we really are trying to live up to that Instagram post, look at our perfect whatever, and we try too hard. But this one is sitting right next to the Three of Cups. You're like literally going for the cup on this one. You want to have a little fun. You want to have a little bit. You're definitely working towards your relationships looking better, doing better. And maybe that's why you're finally lashing out, is because you want to see these relationships have the shift that's necessary for them to get back into alignment. Hey, sometimes a 2-year-old needs their hands smacked, right? So, at any rate, aside from that, I do feel like you're a little nervous, a little paranoid. We have the Moon card. The Moon card is all about paranoid, so you may be a little nervous about how people are behaving, etc. So just keep your eye out for your moods right now. Any rate, let's pull a card for you from Divination of the Ancients. I do feel like that was a little bit all over the place, and everything came out like it was supposed to for you. So Divination of the Ancients for you. And thank you, Melissa said, on point, welcome. Ooh, scrying mirror, projection. Here's what I love about projection. It's one of my favorite words because of a quote that we learned in my NLP. The perception is projection, right? So how we perceive things to be is how they are. So we sometimes have this internal dialogue going on. If we're cranky, we're like, what is everybody cranky about? Maybe sometimes that's about what's going on within, and we're projecting that on others. So the scrying mirror encourages you to take a good long look at yourself before you start pushing that energy outward. Take care of your own home first. I'm Karma. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am going to flip the script a little bit and come back on and do a Q&A live. So if you want to jump on with me, stick around. Thank you for hanging out. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. And like, subscribe, share, and stick around. Let me know where you are in the world, how you liked your reading, and catch you on the flip side. Thank you.